We got some day game baseball, so we had to get you some first pitch early here in the day. Dan Alexander here, and it'll just be me and my man Brian Leonard getting you two hopeful winners, breaking down the Toronto and Yankees game, and then we'll also be talking about the Cleveland-Boston game where they're still scoring runs, and it's 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So, Bri, I say we get right into it. Toronto with Kikuchi on the mound yesterday get the job done. So we're looking at a potential series sweep for the Blue Jays here. Prez is excited, but I got to hear how you're breaking this one down. The Bronx Bombers aren't going to get swept all the way in Toronto, are they? It's bounce back time today, right?
Well, according to my paperwork, I hope it is. I prefer the Yankees here. Marcus Stroman gets the call today to face a team he's had quite a bit of success with. He was a mainstay in this Blue Jays rotation for a long time, so I'm sure he feels very comfortable pitching in this stadium. According to Savant, he has a 73 overall pitching run value, with his fastball run value coming in an excellent 93. And that's something that we're not seeing lately. As I've talked about this in the past, a lot of teams are trying to get away from the fastball. Stroman's fastball has been excellent this year. His hard pitch percentage and his ground ball percentage are each in the 88th percentile. That's something you'd like to see. And he enters play with a 2.12 ERA and a 1.06 whip, which shows the success he's had so far this season. Unfortunately, Kevin Gausman is fighting his way back from injury, and it's looking at his StatCast page, we see a lot of deep blue, which does not bode well for his success. His hard hit rate is 50% with an expected batting average of .334. He simply hasn't gotten the field back that he had before his injury. According to Savant, his pitching run value is 3% of Major League Baseball. In fact, his best pitch is his breaking ball. That only comes into the 18th percentile. So when healthy, he's an elite pitcher, no doubt about it. But until we see signs of his past, Gausman's a fade candidate. When you take a look at the bullpens here, the back end of the Yankees bullpen is fresh and available. Nobody's pitched the last 3 days. The Jays got Jordan Romano back yesterday, but we doubt he'll go back-to-back so soon. He didn't look that great yesterday, obviously coming back from an injury, but Jimmy Garcia has pitched 3 or 4 days also, so their 8th and 9th inning guys probably won't be available. Looking offensively, the Yankees have an XRC plus, a WRC plus of 25% better than the Blue Jays. Plenty of value here on the Bronx Bombers. I like New York to win this one.
New York in the bounce back indeed. Yeah, it's hard to believe. I mean, just the dominance that you kind of seen in this series yesterday, a little bit closer for the Toronto side of getting that one out a little sweaty. But hey, all that matters is having more runs at the end of the day than the other side. But it'll be the Bronx Bombers today, says the numbers from our man Brian Leonard. You can check him out, wt.buzz/BL. And if you head on over there, 7 days, all access. You get a 3-day pass for free. So that's a $69 value. Get 10 days of plays for the cost of $7. And Bri, what kind of stuff will they see over these next few 10 days? I mean, baseball rolling on for you. But of course, I mean, with the NHL playoffs coming up, this is Brian Leonard bread and butter time. Am I right?
Yeah, the best time to bet on sports, at least to me, is in the playoffs. And especially the NBA. We've seen so much with the NBA with the weights and letting people play and not play. Didn't give out many plays during the regular season, but in the playoffs, you know when people are going to play, and you can take advantage of that. And the playoffs have always been very good to us in that regard. Same with the NHL. NHL playoffs, we've been number one in NHL net profit in the history of Wager Talk. Looking forward to the playoffs this year. We'll have some some series bets, as well as game bets. And Major League Baseball started off slow, but we'll get back to it. We seem to always start off slow in April and work our way back the rest of the season. And we're going to start doing that today, and we'll do it for our second bet on the show today, which will be our best bet in just one moment.
Yeah, Bri, why don't we talk about that game? Because, if you just look at how that game played out yesterday between the Guardians and the Red Sox, it was just a back and forth affair, 10-7 the final in that one. So this series just became all kinds of intriguing. So we got Houck and Lively in this one. You know this Cleveland side well. but you never put on the fan. What would it be, like the red colored glasses, rose colored glasses? I don't think they have any rose. Yeah. I don't think they have any rose in their uniforms though. So the Guardian colored glasses, you're good at taking them off and looking at this team objectively. How are you going to be breaking down this one for your best bet?
Well, I'm not a big Ben Lively fan. He's starting today for Cleveland. I have no idea why they signed him in the offseason. Cleveland develops their pitchers, and they do a very good job of it. That's what they're known for. But he has not looked good. I mean, he's had some injury problems in his past, obviously. But he has a career 5.05 ERA with a 1.41 whip. He lost over twice as many games as he has won in his career. He does have 6 pitches, but none of them really grade out to be league average. So if you don't have good pitches, it doesn't matter how many pitches you have. The bullpen is going to be a concern in this one for Cleveland, as the final 3 relievers have all pitched at least 2 of the last 3 days. Scott Barlow has gone 3 of the last 4. So the back of the Cleveland bullpen will be probably not used in this game, which means they got to use their middle relievers in late inning situations. That's never a good thing. Cleveland's taken the first 2 games of this series, including that 11-inning slugfest, as you mentioned yesterday, and I watched that entire game, and it looked like to me neither team wanted to win. It was just a game of attrition where the team at the end had more runs and they happened to be able to walk off with a victory. But, yeah, it was an ugly baseball game. Hopefully we get a better play game today. Boston's likely going to be without Rafael Devers tonight. 2 nights ago, he got in that pop-up situation with O'Neill. O'Neill missed yesterday. Devers came back, but he hit a double, and he pulled up a lane at second base. So they could be without 2 of their better hitters. In fact, probably their 2 best power hitters in this lineup. But that said, we really like the Red Sox chances in this one. Tanner Houck, who really looked good in spring training, as this was thought to be his breakout year, and he's been very good this season. 2.04 ERA, 1.19 whip. According to Savant, his breaking ball value is 86 with a 71 run value on his off-speed pitches. So his control has been such a major reason for that success this season. He has a 2.6 base on ball percentage, which compared to last year's 8.9 is just incredible. If this is a guy who has a lot of good pitches, if he could just control them, he could be an elite starting pitcher. And that's why Boston's never given up on him. So even though the Boston bullpen will be shorthanded as well tonight, we feel Hawk's going to go have a major advantage in the first half of this game. I prefer full games, but if you play the first half in this one, I think the Sox are a good bet in that one also. So we'll play Boston full game, but if you just want to go for the first 5, that gets our thumbs up also.
The best bet for Brian, potentially first 5 for Boston, but he says full game. Why the heck not? That's your best bet there. Check him out, wt.buzz/BL. And if you go to wt.buzz/deals, you find the best way to save loaded at his page now. You can rock with him for 10 days for the price of 7. Not too shabby when you're getting free action from one of the best in the biz. That's going to do it for our early edition here on First Pitch. And if you want to find out more in the afternoon, Steve Merrill going to be joining us breaking down the evening slate. And if you want more info on all the sports you love to keep on cashing, you don't have to go far. That's right. You can click the video on your screen right this moment and keep on getting that info you need to cash in the sports that you love. That's what we do here at Wager Talk TV. Best of luck, everyone. We'll see you next time.